Hello, friends. Bobby Joe Rumblemaker right here telling you about the opportunity of a lifetime. Are you trying to find financial freedom by trading and investing in them there cryptocurrencies? But are you having a hard time being profitable and making them winning trades? Well, you can get all that knowledge and a whole lot more just by watching the Crypto Chart School playlist over here at the Road Dog Crypto channel. You just go right down here where it says Chart School, you click that full playlist, and voila! They got all the knowledge right there. And they're adding to it every week. So if you want to be profitable, right there you can go. And it's all for a like and a subscribe till you get all the answers you need over at the Road Dog. Happy trading, y'all.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hater plotting my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom line. Bottom feeding dotted line. Turn your heart rate to a dotted line. Yeah, my zodiac probably dollar sign. Got the energy to win in my I'm feeling great. Got a date with destiny, focusing on my fate. I don't give a what you rapping, you been a fake. I'm everything that they ain't. It can't be, it won't be. Wanna see me fall, I can't go, I won't leave. Coming from the block with plain clothes and police. Straight up to the top with bankrolls and rollies. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, 12 can't really stop, so I'm still pushing like a mosh pit. Ice dripping, think I'm hot. In a yellow bucket with the mop stick. I've been jugging jams like wholesale. Everything must go sell. Hitting with the old well, need 100 million on the low scale. On my worst night, I'm the best. Wouldn't mess with you, couldn't cap to him. Homie spotted me like 700, brought 1100 right back to him. If I can't do it, then it ain't real. I just make dollars, I don't make deals. I've been going hard in the paint, still blowing kush clouds till I can't feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it.
I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much. For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
You've got to be kidding me. I've been saying all this with no sound. That is such an amateur mistake. I've been, for the last good 10 minutes, man. My apologies. I've been sitting here. Jeez. How did I miss that? I could have read that, huh? All right. Note to self. First thing is always check into with the chat earlier, man. My apologies. Maybe people will come back to the stream now. I don't know. I just said hello to everybody and just saw, why is everybody leaving? Thanks for the TED Talk box. All right, I'm going to start all over. Jeez. Can you believe it? Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto Charts with Road Dog. My name is Lane, your crypto guide, your neighborhood friendly road dog. Playing the blues tonight for our man Sam Bankman-Fried, who was found guilty on all counts of fraud trial. He was found guilty on all counts at a fraud trial over crypto exchange FTX. Bankman-Fried was charged with 7 counts of wire fraud, securities fraud, and money laundering after his crypto exchange FTX and hedge fund Alameda Research collapsed. My apologies for having the sound turned off, and hopefully you can fast forward through that. One of these days we will hit those right buttons. And one of these days I'll figure out how to work this chat box so it won't keep disappearing on me. All right, let's break down Bitcoin. Basically, all I've been saying is that we got 2 options right here. We've got a breakout and then we've got a possible retest of this trend line. And that's probable. We got a 9 moving average above a 21 moving average that has not crossed. So until that does, I got to stay, a little bullish, because this is normal to retest this trend line and then move up. However, if this does not hold, we start breaking through, Well, we may be looking about 32.5 area. Not fun. No bueno. No like it right now. I don't care. I'll short it. I'm cool with it. I'm slonging at the moment anyway. But the 4 hour looks pretty decent. All of our moving averages are just lined up very nicely. We got our 200, 100, the 50, the 21, and the 9 stacked up the way that they should be. Price is just testing one. And it is okay for it to come down and test this 50 moving average. It is. And that could give us a move to the upside. Ichimoku Cloud suggests that, hey, maybe we'll try to make a run for the border one more time. Don't know that we will make that. Now, we looked at this last night on the daily when it was peeking its head out here, but the thing that I stressed, and I mentioned this earlier with the sound off, is that we got to see a candle open above this to be confirmed. We got to see something happen above this, and it just didn't do it. It's just the market makers and the whales at play doing what they do best, freaking everybody out. But when you look on the daily, we've got this rising channel, and that is technically bearish. But again, here on the daily, we're staying above that 9 moving average, and as long as we're there, I'm bullish. We break that, yeah, I'm going to change my tune real quick. And there's some suggestions that this is getting tired, and we are here again for another weekend hanging out at these levels. Going up a little bit, giving it back, going up a little bit, giving it back. That's all we've been doing. May we trade sideways all weekend? Might we do that? We could. But I just want to point out that the longer we stay up here and don't break through, well, you know, it makes me a little nervous. But then again, you know, keep knocking at that door. Eventually it may break open. Road dog. Is it going up or going down? Which one is it? Well, no one knows at this point, Speedo. Spanky. No one knows yet. The signs on the bigger time frames are saying we're still good. And as long as they say we're still good, well, I'm still good with it. I can only go by the charts. And the lower time frames are looking a little shaky, but I like the 4 hour so far. And it's got just a little bit, a small amount of hopium. Somebody save the girl. I think she's going to pass out in a minute. But I tell you what, if this weekend is kind of lackluster in Bitcoin, if they do, you know, the sideways shake and dance, and they might. That could be beneficial for altcoins. Let's take a quick look over here. Altcoins, if you look on the 4 hour, what we've been, you know, we're doing the same thing with altcoins. Broke out, came back, and we retested. We actually went back in the pattern. I didn't like that, but we wicked back. We're maintaining this area, so it may get a bounce there. If so, altcoins will move. And Bitcoin dominance is just kind of going sideways. It does look, by looking at Tether dominance down here in the lower corner there, that people have been taking profits. And if Tether dominance starts going up, that means that people are taking profits or moving money in. I don't think you can actually, the little guys can no longer mint Tether, only the big guys. I posted that article over in our Telegram group. It's always to screw the little guy, right? So our altcoins are kind of in a mixed bag as far as daily prices go, but there's some good runners out there. There's some that we've looked on this channel recently, yeah. And let's just go ahead and now, 20 minutes after the hour, jump into our altcoins, baby. Striker says he wants to see it flatline. Recently, we looked at a newer coin. And as soon as, where did you go, my man? You're the news, you're not the news. We're back on CoinGecko. Put this one on the radar a little while ago. Tectum, TET is the ticker. Currently trading at 697. Maximum supply is 10 million. Current supply is about half of that, just a little under 5 million there. Now, all-time high on this was 3 months ago. It reached $16.98, just a little shy of $17. All-time low was 24 days ago when it went down to 3. So it's done a 2x, a little bit more than that since then. Will they get back to $17? Will they get higher than $17? I could not resist, but I had to nibble on this one. As she came back for this little kind of a retest area, came down to about 544, that support resistance area, bounced off of it, and now she's on the run. The buy signal on the 4 hour was way back here when it was at a juicy $4.50 basically. And that was sadly before I even paid attention to this coin, but the tokenomics kind of spoke to me and I saw an opportunity. It's basically a newer coin, but it was in a falling channel. Some might even argue that it would be a wedgie wedge. Now the channel's got a measure move coming up to $11.12, and that's the play I've got on that, and that would get me or anyone coming in about the area that I got in. I think when we actually looked at this on the channel, the goal is try to get somewhere close to $6 as you could, and maybe a little lower if you could, right? 83% gains getting up to that measure move. Now, if we look at this as a wedge, then we can have every reason to do it. It's just as valid as the channel, just as valid. We got a little bit better of a measure move, and we also have some confluence. Now that measure move comes up right around to 1454, and we've got a Fibonacci confluence 1.272 fib level. For those of you who know what that is or want to know what that is. Let me double check that. For some reason, I'm thinking that looks like a 786. That's a 786 maybe. We got a 786 there. My 127's up here. So we got some confluence at the 786 with a larger target at 22. That's 22 is possible. It just take a while to get there, but it's on the table. Now, if it comes up to the measure move slash 78, we might as well just color that purple, color it blue as a measure move line, 135%. So kind of juicy. I like it. I wish I'd bought more of it, but hey, if wishes were horses, then dreamers would fly. And so will I. If you're gonna ride, don't ride the white horse. Ride the white pony. All right. So we just have to keep our eyes on this one, but she looks like she's in one of them funky wedges going to the upside. She's bullish right now, and there may be a chance for it to make a parabolic moves. What I'm looking at. See the rounding shape we got going on there? Could be happening. Let's just keep an eye on it. Not saying it will, but it's setting itself up for that. It can also be setting itself up for a retracement back down. We got price rising in to make a lip. This may be a possible early formation of a cup and handle. It may. I usually don't like to see them on the bottoms, but the rule of thumb is that price rises into it. This is a little jagged, so you know we're on a limb here. But if we do see something like that and it comes down no further than 532, if it gets below there, cut it out. It's going to do something else. Other people don't tell you that, but you have a limit on the handle. Once it gets past a certain point, well, it's no longer a cup and it's no cup and handle. It's a double bottom or worse. So don't anticipate, but that's not even, this doesn't even have to happen. It could just keep going up, baby. It could do something totally different, baby. We're just watching it. If it does get above this trend line, it's going to do something big. So that's what we're watching for. So TET is on the rise. Another way to look at this is a megaphone pattern, but there's a lot of space in there, so I prefer not to. I like them kind of full. But still, there can be a measure move from that. Basically, number want to go up on this one eventually, and $22 is my longer term target on this little guy. Take a look at Fetch AI. What you been doing, baby? You've been flagging out. You've been topping out. What you got going on? They got some bearish divergence going on there. So she's trying to get a move to the downside. Lost the 50 in the green cloud. So down she comes. Where are you coming to, Fetch it? Well, we already hit all of our take profits right here. You see all these little lines here? I'm going to clean all this off. Because why have it there? We hit it and it went above. All right, nice clean chart. Hit the wrong button again. Look at the moving averages. Looking nice, all fanned out. My guess is we're coming back down to the 100 moving average because, well, where would you go after you dropped from the 50? Well, to the 100. Looking for a little confidence here with the wrong tool again. With a Fibonacci swing low to swing high. Coming in at that 618 little spot. I would like to see that. There's a chance it may bounce here. That would be good. That would be good, but we're still kind of in the middle of that cloud. And the moving averages are telling me that we are actually kind of looking for this zone right here, right between the 50 and the 200, or the 50 and the 618 Fibonacci area. So Fetch AI may come back down to about 27 cents. 29, man. If you can get this anywhere from 25 to 26 cents, 25 to 28, I would say is really, really good. And if it does, what I'm looking for actually is for price to come down to the 618. If it comes down to the 618 and we get a bounce there, that is an AB equals CD pattern. Okay. And what we do is that we take a measure move from that, and we put it at the 618, and that gives us this target. That gives us this target right up here, right below this negative 0.414 Fibonacci. My negatives, I got some Fibonacci's in the negatives. They are cheats. They're my quick cheats. So we've got some confluence that that little guy would come into play. There's also the negative 2.7 at 44 cents, but 46 cents is what I've got my eye on for Fetch AI after a bounce from around 27. The good probability, good chance that that is how we will see this play out. If it does something else, we will see it in time. And let's see if we can use a little trend line magic to kind of give us some confluence there. Looky there, a little trend line magic of this trend line for this much, much bigger channel that we've just broken out of to the upside. It is quite normal to see that retest come back here and then get a bounce. So AB equals CD. Move there. It's a proportionate move where we come back to the 618, and you can easily just take the A to B leg, put it to target C and to D. There's your line. Why'd you get a different price there? Should we mark that one too? Why did I get a... I just don't want my 618. She's not me 618. Got to put it at the 618. Now we got it. You ever see those guys that take a measured move and then they're doing this stuff and they just kind of put it... they just do something crazy with it? Not many guys do that, but there's a few. All right, Fetch AI is looking kind of juicy to me, and I think there could be a possible trade in there. We could do a little trade setup. What would it look like? And to our actual target, 56%. A good place to put a stop loss, in my personal opinion, would be beneath this wick. Because as she makes a lower low than that, well, we're looking at something much more drab. So I'm going to throw a little line there. And that's where we can put our stop loss. Just a suggestion. Let's trade set up, and let's post this little guy over on our group. Throw some indicators on there so people can get a feel for it. All right, guys, if you got any coins you want me to take a look at, feel free to throw them up there in the chat. Otherwise, I've got a list of stuff I'll just be running down that you may or may not be interested in. But we're out here just trying to find some good projects, some good trades, good setups, or maybe good long-term holds. Always looking for those good long-term holds. So I'm coming over here to the chart room, going over to the trade setups. Copy that link real quick. Paste that link, and let me just type out a little bit of information. This is FET per hour. I can't type. And I need to put just a little bit of information here. AB equals all right. I took my fib off of there, right? I don't have it on there. Buy zone is 0.618 fib, or around 28 cents. All right. I feel bad for not putting more information. I just don't have time to do that on the stream. Haven says Crow. You know, I haven't looked at Crow in a while. Let's see how Crow is doing. Oh, Crow went up to 6 cents. Almost 7 cents. Nice run on the 4 hour was looking great. Definitely got parabolic move there. Oh, we were looking at a possible parabolic move over here. What were we looking at there? What were we looking at? Was it? No, it wasn't parabolic. We're just looking for a rounded shape, and like I said, those are always subjective. They're not always beautiful. Still could be doing that, but on a larger scale, it could still be relevant. Don't really have to worry about that right now. But what we can see on the bigger scale, you know, we bottomed here and we're doing a double bottom. There is some slight rounding there, but there's also this kind of a juicy little kind of a descending triangle that we just broke out of to the upside. A little bit of a falling wedge, a little bit. We did get some lows in there. So she's got a little bit of an angle to her dangle. Measure move suggests that we could possibly come up to about 12.5 cents. That would be a nice change for Crow. It's been well below that for a long time. I've got a bag of that. I've got enough in there that what I would have had to have before to get one of the cards. Now, I got one of the cards, but I cashed all that stuff out. But they keep raising. They're always raising what you need to do to get one of those cards. It seems. But they do have some free cards and one that's relatively cheap. I highly recommend getting one. I recommend getting one from Crypto.com. There is a link in the description below, and Coinbase also has one. There is not a link for that in the description below. But if you have a chance to get some cards to spend your crypto, do it. So it's a great way to cash out a little bit or take advantage of your profits. It's an easier way to get some value out of there. And remember, I mean, Visa and MasterCard, they're being friendly toward crypto. PayPal's trying to be friendly toward us, but Gary just don't want to do it. Gary's a little joy kill. Let's take a look on the weekly. Get rid of some of that noise there. I don't like this trend line, but that's basically what we're looking at, though. You can also look at it. This is a little bit more relevant to where we are. Measure move from this one. Short term, be looking about 8.9, just under 9 cents. Might be a little hiccup for O'Crow. So we'll be looking at those areas, but for anyone's got their bags packed, you know, we're getting ready to start our ride. So it appears. So on the weekly, you probably get the best analysis on the weekly. Just to be honest, just cuts through all the noise. Look at our MACD, looks all nice and juicy. Look at that little flip up. See that little curve? Well, that's kind of neat. I like that. MACD's ready to go. Looking good. We're above the 9, we're above the 21, and we're fighting with the 50 moving average. It may fight there. There is a chance for a pullback. You know, back down to 5.5 cents in that area. I mean, it can happen. It can. Doesn't mean it's going to, but it can. And it would still be okay. It would still be okay. Oh. So there's two ways. I got two little techniques to show you to do that. I mean, we can always take. You can take a fib from the low. You can take it from here. Personally, I would take it from here. And I just target that 618. That's an easy way to look at it. That's also coming right back down to our area where we broke out. That and the 786. We got this big green line here to take care of that one, though. Another way you could look at it is just from the top of this candle down to the bottom there and look for a halfway mark. And that's coming in at this candle wick over here. That's a little bit of confluence and these levels over here. It may only, you know, if it's a strong move, it may only pull back there. However, what I like to do, swing low to swing high, and I look for this 236 and 382 area. And if she holds the ground at 6.2, we may be going up big, and also 5.9 would be pretty juicy in my personal opinion for a pullback. Does she want to pull back? She ain't want to do it right now. She ain't wanting to do it right now at all. She's wanting to run right now. So that may be a little premature on that because technically this weekly candle is not through yet. We just have the highs that it did wick to. It could possibly go even higher. But it's only got a couple more days to do that, so we may be relatively safe. When you think about what I just said, it don't make a dang bit of sense. I have to remember these things show up a little bit different than our standard candles. Standard candles have got us to the end. The Hikinashi doesn't. They work a little different, but I still like them. No, she could actually go higher, and this is on a totally different candle right there. Basically, I see everything looking pretty good. As long as we can maintain above this 50 moving average, I mean, we're ready to keep moving up. Man, I'm telling you, the 4 hour looks like it is ready to go. 4 hour looks really, really nice. So I like that. So where did our targets go? We had okay, there we are. It just wasn't pulled over it. So it was about 8.9 cents right in that area where I can definitely see us going short term. And good, it needs to do that. It needs to confirm a double bottom here. If it does come up, when it does come up to there, we've got another measure move because then it will make a double bottom. You guys can visualize it. Once it comes up there, it solidifies this as being a double bottom. So then we got that measure move to put there. And that kind of takes us up toward 13.2 cents. So there is another one. I hate to put too many targets on here though. But looks good to me. Striga says, I forgot Crow too. One day I'll get it together. That's still in a juicy price. I think anywhere from 4 to 6 or 7 cents. Still juicy for a bag of that to put on the back burner. Because they're going to do something, and they used to have a god-awful amount of coins, and thankfully they burned stuff and finally got their heads screwed on straight. They have me doubting them a little bit as a company. I'll just be honest with you. They don't handle themselves quite the best. But I do think the project's got, I think they do have potential. I think they'll definitely be profitable again. I just don't like the way that they bait and hook people with their card, which they may be getting away from. I think they had to get away from because the bank doesn't deal with them anymore. Only Visa's dealing with them. They do have a nice little exchange and a nice app for your phone. You just can't use it in this country that I live in. But they have an exchange, kind of like Coinbase has an exchange. But we're just stuck with the little market swaps and things here in the States. Well, that's so much safer and whatever. But I do expect some big things from it. I mean, it did get up there. There's a lot of hype. I don't know if you'll see it again, but it got up almost to $1 after it was sitting, sitting around. I remember it sitting around 4 cents for a long time because I was being very pissed off about it because I bought it 18 cents for that dang card. I was not a happy camper for a long time. And then they want to go and change the rates all the time or change what you have to do to have it's, they're just not consistent as a business, and it just makes me second guess them. If they handled themselves better, I would be a lot more bullish on them overall. But I have Crow. It is in one of my portfolios. I've got it staking over on the Cosmos ecosystem on my Kepler wallet. All right, so let's just go ahead and move on. Hey, Antonio, you got your Tangem wallet? Awesome. I am still waiting for they were going to send me a version of the 2.0 so I could review it and everything, but I haven't seen it yet. But maybe. Everybody else seems to be getting there, so good. I'm glad you guys are taken care of. It felt really awkward for me first, and I'm like that with any wallet that I'm trying out new. I'm just like, testing. I'm not sure about it. Whatever. Put a little here, and now I'm so comfortable with it. Yeah, and I've got a bunch of stuff over there on it now. Antonio was one of the winners of the Tangem Wallet giveaway that we had to celebrate 1,000 subscribers. All right, let's move on from here. Here's one that I am not in, but I'm very curious about. It's PBX because it's been doing awesome. Oh, look at that. There's a probe index. That's not it. It's Paribus. And it looks like it's on KuCoin and Gate.io. So there may be some limits for a lot of us getting there. I've had a setup for this one before, saying this would be a juicy buy zone, which it technically was, and then we came down and went right above it. So she popped out, came back for a retest. The setup basically still works though. been a while since I looked at this. That one that's played out. Measure move didn't get hit with that move, but it can still get moved at 0.0026. That's a pretty juicy move from our targets where we are right now. Still 168% just to make it up there. Just something to look at. In my personal opinion, I think it's still in accumulation. And we can probably see a range being traded for a while, so I find that a little bit interested. I would kind of be looking at this idea that maybe we should put our target here about 0.00212, catch that little move, but she'll probably spike back down here and retest this area again as she accumulates for a little bit. Not seeing anything really too juicy on this at the moment, other than what we get here on the 4 hour. 4 hours is starting to look a little bit juicier though. Buy signals already flipped. We're above the 200 moving average and the 100 just went over. So we got good signs and it just wicked down there. That would have been the awesome place to get it at the 200 moving average. May not go back down there again, but it's at a decent place to jump in if you're wanting to take a ride on this one. Personally, I think this one's going to be a slow one until, it's not. And then we'll get a couple of days or 1 week of a good quick move up. Some people like that, and some people might get kind of tired of being in this one going sideways for a little while. It's got some areas to fight on the daily, so that's why I think it's going to take it a little while. But the 4 hours kind of looking interesting. Like she wants to make a little headway. I just don't think it's going to be that great. Could be totally wrong. Could go to the moon tomorrow. Blue Zale, also on the Cosmos ecosystem. Can we get anything besides perpetual contracts? Let's go with Binance here. Oh, shit. Shebang the measure move over here at 34.12. Look at that. That's pretty spot on. Measure moves are very useful. We got some other measure moves, and we're looking for it to hit up to 43 cents would be the next target after it has reclaimed 34 cents. She's getting a little bit of a pullback here right now. So I want to get rid of, actually I want to switch this to red because that is now, it's now support. Oh, that's a good support resistance line right there. Let's get rid of that. Let's go horizontal lines there. Don't need this little guy anymore. You got hit. You got hit. You all got hit. Everybody gets a hit today. All right, cool. So we got this trend line. That would be the line in the sand. Breaking this trend line would be a no-go. Don't want to see it do that. There is some bearish divergence here. So there's a good possibility to come back and retest this trend line area about 24-25 cents. It could happen, may happen, likely to happen because of the divergence. But as that happens, we may be forming some bullish divergence, so we'll just have to check back on that. It looks pretty good to me, but I mean, technically it is in one of those, they will always be in a channel. Price just travels in a channel, so that's a good habit to be in. Once you get one line, you can kind of put it in and kind of identify the channel area here. But pattern-wise, she's also in this opening broadening pattern, and that's one that kind of has weight, and they do break to the downside, about 52% of the time breaks to the downside. So keep that in mind, and that would bring us back down to these areas about 16 cents. Should that happen? We don't want that to happen. In my opinion, Blue Zale is going to be coming back to this juicy area right through here. And as long as this trend line holds, there could be another upside. Could take us to the top of this pattern, although I would probably trust this one for a top. but she may be working on some parabolic activity. That's what I can keep my eye on for. But I would like to see it bounce off the 50 or this trend line for Blue Zell. But it looks like she's coming down on the short term. Sorry guys, but it looks like she's coming down. That gives you a juicier, gives you an opportunity to get in it. I want to take a quick look at tokenomics on Blue Zell here. It's 28 cents, 500 million, and an ad. 500 million total supply. Circulating supply is almost that, 426 million. $122 million market cap. That is still low. We could see that go 5 to 10 times that very easily. Let's take a look at the all-time high. It was 78 cents. That was 5 years ago. So she's making, I find that curious. And we're on the one that does not tell me what it does, sadly. Blue Zell, layer 1. It's on the Cosmos ecosystem, which is a layer 0, and that's what's unique about Atom and Cosmos. They went zero to make the actual groundwork so that layer 1s can build on top of them and build out their own chains and stuff. So it's really kind of cool that way. From AI to SocialFi and GameFi and more, Blue Zell provides cutting-edge solutions to store, sell, and safeguard content. So, very hot one. A lot of people are liking it. A lot of people have been buying it. It was popular last time, even more popular now it seems. Oh, I wish I had all that price history on here, man. I wish I had all that price history. Its last high, it got up to 66 cents. So I'm curious. We're curious to see what it will do. And so I've got targets at 43 cents, 57 cents, and 67 cents. And it's probably a good idea to start taking some profit there. There's no guarantees it'll make a higher high. She may get a run up and then that'll be it. Because last time, 3 years ago, she sat at these low areas down here, 8 cents, and that one run up, that was it. After that, remember we went back up again in November and she only made it up to 40 cents. So she's kind of lost her steam really quick there. May not do that. May not get as high. Remember, it had a higher high before that. And what I'd like to do is draw a trend line because it's making a triangle pattern and it looked like this one. Oh, Lord. I would love to see it do great things, and maybe it will, but it's just concerning that lower lows and lower highs in the overall scheme of things. Just something to be aware of. Where did you go, Blue Zell? That. You can definitely see that there's a trend line there that comes dangerously close to where we are now. Looks like a 618, right? What is that, 40 cents? I think that it has a good possibility after seeing that getting rejected in that area right here at the 618. I don't think it's going to make it past that 618. I'll put it that way. If it does, I'll cheer it on and be happy about it. And it'll be a bigger sign that it can definitely go higher. But short term, I'm starting to have my doubts about it. Although Ichimoku Cloud might have another plan. It's looking pretty good on the weekly. Just my thoughts on it. It looks good on the daily too. So it looks like over the next week or so, it may want to double up. It's at 28 cents now. 43 is what I'm looking at. I want to see what it does there. Did we look at Kaspa? Everybody's looking at Kaspa. Kaspa's just been a stable coin. I like the project, but she's just still... man, I made a video way over here. And, you know, the same, everything in that video still applies. I said it could, I'm pretty sure that I said that we could even see it top up this area several times, which it has done exactly. Sadly, what we really wanted was for it to break to the upside, and it just has not shown signs of doing that yet. But to give it its fair shake, though, 75% of the way in on this pattern is where we should see it do it. And that has an opportunity to do that in the next few weeks. So let's see. Ichimoku Cloud starting to look a little bit interesting. Money flows coming to the inside. It still has a chance to do that. But there's been plenty of opportunities to short up here, although not great shorts in this. This one's in... You would think it would be in distribution, but it appears to be that people are still accumulating this. So we will be in this pattern until we're not, basically. She's still looking strong and like she just kind of wants to hang out here for a little while. 4 hours showing a little bit of weakness there, but as long as we're above the 200, man, we're good. Pullbacks and all that stuff, it could happen. You know, it keeps getting rejected up here in my short box. But you can see shorting does not give you that. There's better horses to play if you're going to risk with shorting than this one. TRB. Yeah, it didn't look like she's going to make it up there again when we drew this pattern, did it? But oh, it did. It did. Let me adjust my lines here a little. Oops, what was that? Let me adjust my lines here just a little bit. Got that wick. I'm bringing it down to this wick here. Move the wrong line. I still got that target. 133. I think we're headed to 133, just getting a little bit of a pullback. This is more of a severe pullback, though. Let's go to the daily. Check it out. Okay, the daily has lost 9, so we're headed down to the 21 at least. Can I move this guy up there? Put a new little buy zone right there at the 21. Let's come down to the 4 hour, take a look at it. And I'm going to pull that little guy all the way down to this 200 moving average. We're definitely headed here to test $90 and possibly down to 71 or anywhere in between there. This area about $74 looks very interesting to me. And this area at 93 looks interesting, and that's where our 100's coming. There might be a possibility of a bounce here, but being in the middle of this cloud's a little that's a little iffy. So I'm not sold that that would hold. Now we can also do a little fib work here. Oh, there's a chance. There is a chance. It looks like there's a nice, it could catch here at this 382, so that 100 and 382 could be some confluence. Maybe $94, $95 could be the bounce area on that. We'll keep a look at that. So for TRB, I would look for that, and if not, well, then we're looking at much lower areas. And it could, I mean, it can technically come all the way back down to this trend line again and then bounce right back up. But a lot of times before it's starting to make a bigger move, we'll find a partial decline, and well, we still got some good areas we can come down for that. I'm looking for the 382. If we get a bounce there, we can expect a nicer move to the upside, probably up to 133 to 144. So interesting. This is what I'm expecting a good chance to see. Although down here it could happen. Evan says, anyone ever withdraw crypto and forgot about it? Oops, it's got me blocked. And forgot about it or so for a few seconds and think, I got hacked when we see the transaction later. I've withdrawn and been afraid that I've sent it to the wrong address. Because I've done that before. And that's no fun. I remember sending Bitcoin Cash to, I don't know, to an exchange on a Bitcoin address or something like that. I got them reversed, and it just pissed me off. And it's just stuck there. I think even to this day, it's just there in some non-existent wallet, which technically has the same keys as whatever Bitcoin has, but the exchanges don't really help with that kind of stuff. And sad, if I had keys, if there was a way where you could have your own keys and still be on the exchange and all those wallets and stuff, you could take care of problems like that yourself. But no. Man, crypto is starting to drop just a little bit here. We're getting that pullback. Was it getting... Oh, she's back in the... I don't like that. That's not good. We got to take a look at that. Got to take a look at that. Total 3. We got the scribble here. What we're looking for that could be happening on the bigger time frames, or in the long run, on the big picture. Don't mean it's happening now, though. All right, daily we are still above the 9, so I'm taking that as good. Ichimoku Cloud still looks good, so I can see that we can get some more upside. We're playing red light, green light here on Market Cipher up here at the top. Stop, go, stop. I told you stop, don't, stop, go. It's kind of, you know, we're just in and out, whatever. Not in and out. We're just kind of doing the sideways thing. So far on the 4 hour, we're good. This is what a trend should look like, right above the 9. Get a pull back to the 21, right above the 9. Get a pull back to the 21, right above the 9. And every once in a while, get a pull back to the 50. And just continue, watch, rinse, repeat. That's what a good trend looks like with this moving average system. That's what you want to see happen. And if you're above a little thin sliver of cloud on the Ichimoku Cloud, that's just adding a little spice. So I think it's still looking golden in total 3. We're just getting a normal pullback. I'd like to see this hold again. It has held so far. If it doesn't, we're coming to the 50. That's a steeper correction, meaning things are getting a little bit tired, but we can still recover. But to bounce off the 21 keeps us rolling. Alright, so that makes me feel a little bit better, but there is some resistance areas that we've got to get above, which is this trend line. That's where we're getting resistance from right here, man. Break above that, we could be looking for some interesting things with altcoins. We did talk about this. I said that there's going to be a lot of this is going to be a tricky area. We got a major trend line with major resistance here. But breaking back above that would be hella bullish, and that's what we're kind of really hoping for. It needs to. This was the major trend for it all. Breaking below is no good, but it's showing signs that it's going to do something. So I'm holding to that. I'm seeing some things come into altcoins here in the next little bit, but she's got to fight for it right now. Solana still getting resistance right up here at that 666 moving average. Y'all thought I was kidding about that, didn't you? Thought I was kidding me. It's relevant. Put it in a 667. It'll work just as good, or 665 if that bugs you, but it works. And when you zoom out to the weekly, translated over to the 100 moving average that we got rejected on. Weird looking cloud that we got that pinned out over here, but we got a little sliver of green over there, so that's a little hopeful. Breaking out of a trend here on Solana. Could get a retest back to 36. Could happen. Looks like it's trying to happen now as we speak. It's not too far to go. So, and on the daily, which I've just switched back to, that'd be the 9 moving average top of this trend line. Totally normal for that to happen, and it, you know, Lucy likes to kick them down a little bit, but then you come back up and sweet talk her, and then maybe she'll let you go. The 9 moving average crosses over Lucy's line, the 666. Then we get the go ahead. So I can see Solana. We got targets. We do have targets, right? Is this not the chart with targets? Well, we got all these lines. We no longer need these lines. We can get us a big boy target now. Same thing that I will say with every fib. We got to get above this 236 area or else we're coming back down. And that number is 68. So you're looking for a bit of a further target to hold up to. Where can we go? We're headed to 68. Got to. We got to go there. Got to. And then we got to try to go to $105. Gots to. Because there's no bumpty bump, no going up higher unless we get past those two, man. 68.84 being the next target to look at there. I mean, there'll be some in between, 48 and all that, but then 68 is a big one. And it may just blast through that. May not be having resistance till we get to 80, but from there. And a good target to shoot for overall. 618 Fibonacci for this whole move from when it was $260 till it dropped down to the dang bottom around $8 or whatever. 618 Fibonacci is $164. But if she's feeling frisky, like she wants to do something just a little bit more, like she's just not satisfied and she just wants a little bit more, she could run up to that 786 at $207. Tis true. And if you bought Solana at $20, wouldn't you feel like a genius selling it at a 10x at $200? I've got to see it to believe it because I just know there's so much manipulation there, but and definitely look for that 164 potential. But right now, that's $68. Trigger says fight for your right to party. The old Beastie Boys. So we got Nakamoto Games here. So I want to get I think I want to go with that KuCoin chart. I think we got a chart in there, right? Trying to do the parabolic moves, still considering it, man. It's been holding strong, 92 cents. Still looking for that $9 target to come into play. I'm going to come to the daily chart so we can see what's going on. Nice parabola. It's even going more parabolic there. Stage 1, stage 2. I think this could qualify as a 3, maybe working on a 4. I'm going to peg this area as a good shot for number 5 until I get something a little bit more solid. But support resistance area, maybe up to $1.43. That'd be kind of cool. My little bag is growing. I wish I'd bought more, but I got what I could. I nibbled what I could at the time with the dry powder that I had. But it's tripled nicely so far. So I cannot complain. Woulda, coulda, shoulda never helps anybody. You either do's it or you don't. .3D Pass is a new one that's over on Mixie. I know nothing about it. First time I'm looking at the chart here, and that looks atrocious. As long as she's below a 9 movement average, I am not interested. I'm not even sure what this little guy does. Losing the 786, it may come. Okay, you need to see it hold down here. There may be hope. I don't know. Everybody here saying, what the hell is that? Probably might be one to look at, but not right now. We'll have to come back to that little guy. Checking out Chlor, that was requested here on the stream. I don't know, over the last couple of weeks, we kind of zoom out to look at this. That would have been a juicy buy zone. This is just not happening. This trend line is holding up very, very nicely. Getting a bounce off of it. 4 hour, we're finally above the 200 moving average. Things are looking good for Chlor. She looks like she's going to come back up to the top of this trend line around the 2.9 cent area. It's at 2.5, and that's going to be a nice 15% move. And then we get to see where she goes from there. But do have targets. 3.1 cents, 3.6, 3.9, and 4.5. Measure move for this whole triangle pattern that we could possibly break out of. I haven't done it yet. If it does break out, I would be looking for just a little under 5 cents. And from where we are currently up to that point, that's almost doubling your money, doubling your bag. It does appear that we're starting to get this double bottom formation right here. And that also has a measured move. And well, that's I think that's coming into the confluence of right up to where we are, about 4.7 cents. With our other measure move there. Striker says that Peppy 2.0 crept up slowly. How is Peppy 2.0? Let's take a look. That reminds me, I want to check. How's Peppy? Oh, so Peppy's went down again. I can see that. This is my paper trading account on TradingView. You guys didn't know you could do that. You can. So if you want to practice your trading and things like that with using not real money, or to practice your DCA strategy, whatever. Me just taking these trades and forgetting about them gave me $63,000 profit. Paper profits. Too bad it ain't real. I still wouldn't sell that Bitcoin though. Just not going to do it. Let's take a look at Peppy 2.0. Are you over here, baby? I gotta go to, oh, there you are, Gate.io. I would say, well, she's getting a little bit of a pullback, but that's a nice run. Strager, you going to be a Peppy millionaire? Scallop. Got wicked, got candlestick for a long time. Oh my gosh. So we've looked at this before, but I've got nothing charted out here. That's almost an 8x since it was down at these bottom lines here. That's crazy. Ichimoku Cloud looks good. Money flow's coming to the upside. Of course, it's going to get a pullback. Oh, how can we figure out this? Oh, she's parabolic. It's stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 right there. We got 2 more stages she can go to. This should be an AB equals CD correction that we're looking at right here. Let's figure her out. I'm looking for a... Can you? I'll look for a bounce off the 618. If it does, then we should be headed up to this... About that 414 area. Jamal! Oh, I do have that 382. It actually comes up to my 382. I didn't think that was on there. It comes up perfectly to your 382s. That's why I got you on there, babe. So there's a target at, what is that? 11,513, and we're sitting at 5338. So that's a 2x. Seems like it should be more, doesn't it? But no, it's 122% right there. That looks interesting. So I've been looking for a pullback. There's no moving averages there, and it could come to 786. I'm just saying, if it does that, I'm not looking for a 1-to-1 or AB equals CD, but we got a potential to get that 1-to-1 move on that AB equals CD if we get a bounce there. So I want to mark that little guy. And if it comes back to this lower target, it's not over. Ichimoku Cloud likes this. A lot of things are looking good for this. That's what I'd be looking for. This move right here. It can wick down there and then pop right back above that 9 and just continue on up. Because bigger time frame, she's wanting to move, baby. She's got plans. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man. Could you get that back up here? Could that be the other one? I'm going to mark it as a potential. Let me code it so I know what I'm looking at. Or not looking at. Strega looks interesting. That's freaking amazing though. Strega's still figuring the half peppy. Is half peppy still alive? I don't think we can find it on here, can we? Nah. Do I have Dex tools? I got Floki's Safe Moon over here. How's she doing? A little bit of a pullback. She's doing okay. Let's duplicate this. We present to you the Dex Forest Festival, Barcelona. So I think we got it here, right? Peppy 0.5. Tadpole. What was this contract? Strig, I know you know the contract. Make sure I should have looked at it when I had it there. Peppy 0.5. 317E's last 3 I've got on it. That's not it. AC59C. Okay. Oh man. Can I copy that? I can. Okay, cool. I'll just copy it there. Just copied it out of the chat. There we go. Oh goodness. What is going on here? What did you do? What's all this scribble? What was I even talking about to do such a thing? I remember doing that, barely. Man, it looked like it was flattening out and then dropped. She got no legs. So that works. Weirdly. All I can tell you is we're below the non-moving average. And as long as we're below the non-moving average, it's no bueno. Yeah, we're below it on the daily. And we're below it on the weekly. And it doesn't even exist on the monthly. It looks like Peppy just bled out, man. It just looks like she just bled all the way out. There was a little bit of green there. That's the skin that's hanging off its dead carcass. Ooh. But if it ever makes a comeback, man, oh man. Striker says it's Rex. Says I'm waiting, boss. He'll bring it. I'll bring it around. Looking for one last one to go on here. Man, they're all taking a hit, aren't they? Sushi was looking kind of hot. I haven't played it since I had to move off of KuCoin. But she's been on a nice tear and getting a little bit of a pullback. Oh, Ichimoku Cloud looks good. You got more heists? You got more to go? She maybe had 160. What you doing on the smaller time frames? So looking for a pullback to the 21, moving at about 92 cents, maybe on sushi. And possibly getting up to $1.55? That could happen. Trying to see what if there's anything that I really like on this bigger time frame here. Well, that actually works there, kinda, and there. Confluence there with that wick and that wick, so we've got some targets there. Still not a good breakout. A lot of volume coming in right there. I think she can pull back to 88, 89 cents and then maybe make a run to 160, 155 to 170, somewhere through there. Got to maintain above this area for sure. So that's a little bit of confluence with that 618. Now that could be interesting looking at this as a descending triangle with a bear trap breaking back into the pattern. That could give us a good run. Let's take... And it makes it the 800 moving average will come into play. That's kind of a big one to deal with. And we have this area back here, a little confluence there. I would say this would be a safe target, about 280. And then we have the moving average, about 258. Not the greatest setup in my personal opinion, but she's got something going on. Striker says, Grimmer wanted to see XPR. Okay. We'll let that one be the last one tonight here. Take XPR, Xprevia. Is that right? Make sure I get a little crypto here. Proton, there we go. Over on KuCoin or MixC. KuCoin will probably have the better charts for us. And that music sounds loud to me. Good Lord, okay. Let's... Wildness here. Still looking at this guy, and then Okay, so there's some rounding, there's some angling going on there. We're starting to turn. Price is turning a little bit. I like that. Good to see that. Still not in a good, solid shape. It's just it's still an accumulation is what it is. And this area is going to be a headache. That's at, well, the current price is, I'm going to say 72.38. 0.0007238. It's going to have a little hard of an area. 2X end up there at 13,633. That's still a good move, though. That's to get up there. It's 93%, 95% gains from the bottom. So XPR. Oh, you're not going to tell me nothing about it. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. Oh, now you're giving me coins this time. Good. XPR network. Let's look a little bit. Look at this a little bit. Oh Lord, total supply is 28 billion. All right, so we're in Cardano territory. Now, if it gets the following that Cardano has, it may, you know, range somewhere between 18 to 30 cents. It's got a $16 million market cap, so tiny. Lots of coins, man, and don't even have a maximum supply. I'm not crazy about all this. This can change. They can do a burn mechanism and things like that. Proton XPR has been rebranded to XPR Network. It's on a lot of exchanges there. It's a fair amount. All-time high was 10 cents 4 years ago. Interesting. In 2020, it didn't make any new highs in the heat of the bull market. It was like it reached its all-time high when COVID hit. That's kind of crazy. The XPR network is revolutionizing blockchain with instant transactions, zero gas fees, on-chain identity verification. It aligns with the ISO 222 standard, making it a transformative era of growth and innovation. This versatile platform caters to developers, entrepreneurs, and businesses, offering solutions across industries. It enhances cross-border payments, supply chain transparency, tokenization of assets, DeFi, and digital security. The XPR network thrives on the robust developer community, facilitates compliant trading, and is primed for financial integration. Whether for small businesses or large enterprises, the XPR network is the go-to blockchain for all applications. Well, they got a marketing department, that's for sure. She looks kind of rough. I'm just telling you, she looks kind of rough. And Lucy's got the line marked out, although she'll probably come down over time. There's some key areas. She's down in the dumps, baby. She's down in the dumps. There's only one thing we can do. When the coin gets down this low, there's only one thing we can do. Well, two. You can pray about it. That might help. But Proton, I know you're kind of confused. You're not sure if you're a protocol or a network. You're trying to go to a network. Okay, there's a lot of people that's trying to switch over and transition right now, and I'm cool with that. It's all about you finding who you are. But I know it's been really weighing on you because, well, you're just down. Everybody's just talking about how down you are, man. You're like down in the dumps. You haven't been down this low in a long time. I need to start looking within yourself. I need you to start thinking about the future and about what you want to be. Not the situation that you're in now. I need you to start thinking on the bright side. I need you to put your bong away I need you to get off your ass and do something, Proton. You got a lot of people depending on you, and you need to get above that 100 moving average, and you need to start climbing, and you put one step in front of the other, and you just keep going, and don't look around, because I got a gun pointed at. It's a water gun, but it's pointed at you, and I will squirt you with it. YouTube. I'm just saying. Giving you that little motivation that you need. Right now, you're fighting with this area at 70-72, and I need you to get above there. I need you to just go above it and don't look back. Don't look back, man. Don't look in that rearview mirror. We don't ever want to come back here again. Do you understand me? Let's get a grip on it, Proton. Do better. Grimmer believes in you, and I believe in Grimmer. I don't know if that will help. Sometimes it does. Sometimes they just need a good stern talking to. If it does work, I'm going to start calling myself the Coin Whisperer. Guys, thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I'm going to skedaddle out of here. Be back tomorrow night about the same time. Bring your projects with me. We'll take a look at them. Otherwise, I'll have a whole nother list of things we can go over. Until then, we are heading into the weekend trading. Bitcoin just kind of trying to figure out what it's going to do, and well, I don't expect it to do much over the weekend, so if it goes sideways, and that could be beneficial for our alts as long as Bitcoin dominance continues down, and it looks like it is on the daily, so we got a chance to see a little pumpity-pump in the alts, and that's what we're going to be looking for this weekend. Good night, everybody. Thank you, and God bless. Trade carefully, trade wisely. See you tomorrow night.